Hey everyone, I know we are all so excited about the Orchard Medley mystery box that Cricut just released, and I'm going to show you guys today how to make some labels using the Smart Label Writable vinyl and just a Cricut Joy pen. So everything in this box is for the Cricut Joy to be used without a mat. If you bought this box and you don't have a Joy, you can use it on a mat in different machines. It just will need a mat for sure. Now you have to make sure that your pen says Cricut Joy on it, and actually this is a permanent marker. I know the gel pens came in the box, but gel pens are not recommended on the writable vinyl. So I don't want to use those and have any smearing or any issues. So I'm going to just make some envelope seals, and my envelopes are white, so the transparent works perfectly. So let's head over to Design Space and pick some images. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is set my machine family to Cricut Joy, because that's what we're using. And then we're going to head over to Images, and I'm going to click Advanced Search. That's going to give me filters and all sorts of stuff. So the first thing I'm going to do is go to Operation Type and choose Draw. I'm going to, let's see, holidays. Well, that will help me narrow my search. And I can put something that says Happy Holidays. I kind of like that Joy one. I'm going to do that. I didn't see that before. I like this. So you just click the plus sign and it adds it to your canvas, and then you click the X here. So I'm going to do 2-inch circles. I'm going to add a circle. I'm going to change it to white. And it's already comes in at 2 inches, so I'm good to go there. And I'm going to go to Arrange and Send to Back. That way my image is on top. And I'm going to size that down. That's actually perfect. So then what we'll do, it's already set to pen. So what we'll do is we'll go over here. We're going to choose marker 1 millimeter. And the name of this one is just green, so not that it matters unless you're doing like several colors. But the marker, changing it to marker is going to change the thickness. So we can see here, if you have it on the fine point, we'll just choose black. You can see how it's thinner. Turquoise. You can see it stays thinner, but if we switch it over to the marker, it is a little bit, it is a little bit thicker. So that's why I change it, because it shows you more what it's going to look like. So I'm going to go ahead and select both of these. I'm going to go to Align and Center, and then I'm going to click Attach. And this is a little bit thicker, so I'm going to change these to 2.5 and see. There we go. I like it a little bit bigger. So we're going to do that. Now I'm going to click Make. I'm not going to save it right now. And then what we'll do is, without a mat, we're going to click Confirm. Now these sheets are 5.5 inches by 13 inches. So I'm going to, let's see. I think I can fit. We're going to see. I'm going to change my project copies to 6. And see how many, so we're calling for 17 inches. It's only allowing me to do, okay, so what we're going to do is 13 inches, because that's how big our material is. And then we can move these around and move them from mats if we need to. That way we can fit as many as we can onto one sheet. And I think I can fit these final 2 on there. We're going to find out. So if you click Shift and click on it, you can click both. And then what I like to do is push it all the way down before I move it. That way it doesn't overlap with anything on the mat I'm moving it to. And that helps keep the spacing. All right, perfect. So I can fit 6 with a little maneuvering. Okay, and we're going to click Continue. It's going to find my Joy machine, and then we'll choose Smart Label Writable Vinyl Removable as our material. And we'll load our pen and get going. Okay, so Smart Label Writable Vinyl right here. It's one of my favorite materials. I do use it a lot, so that's why. So it's going to tell me to load my pen, and it only has one clamp in the Joy in case you don't have one, so you don't know. And then the Joy has an auto load, so we'll come back to Design Space and click go. Okay, so I'm going to remove my blade. I'm just going to set it aside. Before I use any of my pens or markers, I always scribble a little to make sure it's flowing well. I do keep them stored tip down, which helps keep them good, but I always double check, especially if I haven't used them in a while. So I've already slit open the piece of tape here. I just do that, and then I'm going to pull the sheet out. And it looks white, but that's because it's on a white backing. So all we're going to do is line it up under our guides. It has that auto load, so as soon as I get close enough, those rollers are going to detect it and pick it up. It's measuring to make sure I have enough material. And once it's sure that I do, it's going to do that. So I'm going to go back to Design Space and click go, and we'll come back when we switch the pen out so I can show you guys how it works. Okay, so when you're using a single clamp machine like the Joy or the Joy Extra, you are going to get this pop-up that says you need to put your blade in. Now, if you are using one of the bigger machines and you have like a multiple pens, something similar to this will pop up. So if you do all the black and then you need to switch to red or green, it will pop up and tell you what to put in next. But because we only have a single clamp, it's telling me I need my blade. So I swapped those out, and I'm going to click go, and now it's going to cut all of my circles. Okay, so now they're done. It tells me to unload, so I will click that, and then we'll go back to my machine. Okay, so it has unloaded them, and I'm just going to pull them out and set my machine back. Now, what I like to do is I use my weeding tool. My favorite weeding tool is this pointy tip. It's the True Control Knife Blade Toolkit, and it comes with the different tips. I recommend that to anyone just starting because it gives you an opportunity to try out different weeding tips. There's also a weeding toolkit you can get as well. But this one's my favorite because you also get the knife blade. Okay, so now I just use that, and I pull up a corner, and I carefully just peel my excess off from around it. And then I usually leave them on here until I go to seal my envelopes. That way I don't have to worry about what happens to them. And then I can just peel it back and stick them on my envelopes. All right, guys, if you have any questions, let me know.